These are the top 10 slowest selling cars in the United States of America for the month of July 2026. Car dealers are desperate to get these off their lots. And yeah, they're not selling. You ready, Pops?
Yep, let's go over what's hot and what's not. And right now, it's the what's not.
First on the list at the number 10 spot, the Buick Envision. Buick dealers nationwide have over 13,000 Buick Envisions for sale, yet in the last 45 days, they've only been able to sell about 2,600 of them. The Buick Envision costs around $46,293, and this means that it would take 227 days to sell out of all Buick Envisions in the United States of America. That's the market days supply. Dad, you ran dealerships for 40 plus years. What is market days supply, and why are we using that as our measurement of the slowest selling cars?
Well, to me, market day supply is how many days it would take to sell your existing inventory based on your current daily sales rate. And the reason that's important is dealerships like to turn their new car inventory every 90 days. So if something's sitting on the lot for 227 days, that's costing the dealership money in floor plan expense, and normally is an encouragement for the dealer to give the customer a better deal to get rid of it.
At the number 9 spot, we have Alfa Romeo getting in on the fun with the Stelvio. Now, the Stelvio, there are only 183 for sale nationwide right now, so not a lot of inventory. Last time I checked, Alfa Romeo doesn't have a lot of inventory of anything. But those same dealers that have 183 for sale have only sold 36. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio is almost $60,000 and has a 229 days supply. Then at the number 8 spot, we have the Jeep Wrangler 2-door. It's kind of shocking to see the Wrangler on the slowest sellers list, but there's a 230 days supply for the Wrangler 2-door. 8,000 of them for sale nationwide, yet Jeep dealers have only sold 1,567 in the last 45 days. Yet another Stellantis product, that's the parent company of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat, coming in here at the number 7 spot with the Maserati Gray Calle, a 233 days supply of inventory. Maserati dealers nationwide have 249 Gray Calles for sale right now at the time we're filming this, yet they've only sold 48 in the last 45 days of this nearly $100,000 Maserati. I'll give you one more and then we'll do the top 5, Pops. At the number 6 spot, Mercedes-Benz with the EQS. We have our first electric vehicle on this list, and foreshadowing, Dad, there are quite a few more. A 243 days supply for the Mercedes-Benz EQS. Mercedes dealers don't have a ton of inventory, only 324 of them, yet they've only sold 60 in the last 45 days of this $105,000 electric boat anchor, as you like to call it.
I believe that's a $112,000 electric boat anchor. And the Mercedes-Benz dealers are probably clapping their hands that they only have 324 left to get rid of.
Okay, now the top 5 slowest selling vehicles in the United States of America for the month of July 2026 based on days supply of inventory. At the number 5 spot, Audi. Audi has been a familiar name if you've been watching these videos month over month. This time, the SQ7 is coming in at the number 5 spot with a 255 days supply. Again, not a ton for sale, 402, but only 71 have sold in the last 45 days. This is that $105,000 price point. I'll give you number 4, then I'll get your takes, and then we'll jump into the top 3. At number 4, another Alfa Romeo, the Giulia, a 270 days supply. Again, not a ton for sale, 150 nationwide. Yet only 25 Giulias have sold in the last 45 days across all Alfa dealerships. So that's just crazy. Between these two vehicles, not a lot of them are selling.
No, and it indicates that Alfa dealers really don't have much to sell from. 183 Stelvios and 150 Giulias. That's what, the 333 vehicles nationwide that Audi dealers have. Now's not the time to be an Audi dealer, that's for sure.
Alfa dealer.
Yeah, that's what I meant, an Alfa dealer.
At the number 3 spot, let's do it. We've got the Polestar 4. 318 days supply of the Polestar 4 in the United States right now. 658 for sale, yet only 93 have sold in the last 45 days of this $70,000 electric vehicle. There's also a chance Polestar gets entirely kicked out of the United States if that hasn't already happened. So yeah, Polestar, if you're interested in one, go negotiate hard because dealers are desperate to get rid of them.
Yeah, the government has decided that come the next model year, Polestar won't be available to be sold as a new car. So the dealers are in a position where this is it. This is their remaining new car inventory. They have to make it go away. They don't want to sit on it forever. And apparently, Polestar dealers are just going to turn into Polestar service centers.
Number 2 spot, another electric vehicle, Volkswagen, who's struggling mightily. I mean, we could do a whole nother video on just the downfall of Volkswagen. But Dad, they have the ID4 at the number 2 spot, a 349 days supply of inventory, almost 1,200 of these sitting on dealer lots right now. In the last 45 days, they've sold 151. So yeah, Volkswagen dealers, if you come in and you express any interest in buying an ID4, they're going to be so excited to see you. They also have a significant oversupply of leftover 2025 ID Buzzes as well. Not one of the slowest sellers in the United States, but the 2 Volkswagen EVs, man, they're really struggling over there.
Yeah, if you go into a Volkswagen dealer expressing interest in an ID4, they might chain you to the desk until you finally say, yes, I'll take it. Because obviously there's not a lot of people coming in that are looking to buy an ID4 or the ID Buzz.
Speaking of not a lot of people trying to buy this car, the number 1 slowest seller in the United States of America, a vehicle that we have confirmed from a dealer partner that they have sold at a 48% discount off of MSRP, and yet another electric vehicle, the new Dodge Charger, a 385 days supply of inventory for the Dodge Charger. This is an abomination over at Stellantis. Almost 11,000 Dodge Chargers are sitting on dealer lots right now nationwide. Yet those same dealers have only sold 1,261 of this nearly $60,000 electric vehicle that, quite frankly, no one asked for. So, Dad, number 1 slowest seller, July 2026, the Dodge Charger.
Yeah, not a surprise here. It was when it was an ICE vehicle, it was a muscle car and people wanted it. Now, as an EV, as an artificial muscle car, I don't think people have shown any interest in it at all.
So some of the trends that we're seeing in the numbers this month, a lot of Stellantis products on this list and a lot of electric vehicles. I think it's worth noting for our community, if you're in the market to buy a new vehicle, these slowest sellers are more negotiable. So that means a Stellantis EV, probably the vehicle you're going to get the biggest discount on. And obviously, if you're interested in maybe a hybrid powertrain instead, there's going to be a little bit less negotiability because the day's supply is simply going to be lower. So Stellantis is a standout here. And obviously, EV powertrains are another standout.
And if you want something a little more exotic, well, then the Alfa Romeo or the Maseratis on this list, they could be the vehicle so that you can finally get that exotic Italian automobile you've always wanted. And let's face it, you should be able to get a great deal on them because, well, nobody else has shown up to buy them.
Now, we also didn't show you beyond the top 10 list, but many of those that are in the top 20 slowest sellers are additional Jeep products. So, Dad, I think Jeep has a big problem right now with some of the slowest selling vehicles. And the other brands you mentioned, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, that's part of the same parent company, Stellantis. So again, for car shoppers in the month of July 2026, these slowest sellers are where you have the biggest negotiability and the biggest opportunity to haggle hard with the dealer. Now, it's worth reminding everyone back at caredge.com/slowest, you can see the slowest selling vehicles in your state and in your city. So use that as a research tool as well before you head into the dealership.
Absolutely.